I know you directed episode 2. There's the bear attack, which happens in the middle, which is quite shocking. What was it like filming that, knowing that you'd have this like action sequence, if you will?
Yeah, we don't have bears in the UK. The funny thing about that was up until 4 or 5 days before shooting, it was a cougar because we thought we did have a cougar. And we were, our production team were trying to organize. You have to get all special licenses and special permits and all of this stuff. And so I had planned out this whole sequence that was to do with a cougar, and the way a cougar stalks and attacks is so different to the way a bear does. And then at the 11th hour, it was, we found out we weren't going to be able to have it. And so we were starting shooting, on a Monday. That scene was happening on Wednesday, but I was in every single day shooting, either directing or acting up to that. So, it was sort of one of those things of like, oh, I have a day and a half to fix this. And it was kind of exciting, like in a way, when you get thrown these curveballs, like that's where the fun is. You're kind of like, okay, let's everybody put our heads together. How can we fix this? You're doing as much research as you can on how bears attack, why they would attack, and, they would pick somebody off who's like away. They don't really go into groups. And then, we worked with our amazing special effects team, but it was the camera crew that I was like, okay, can we have this? Can we have a camera that will do this for us and give us that kind of POV? And it was honestly so exciting. And it was great fun. And working with the prosthetics team who were amazing, Mark Collier, who's like done incredible things on various different projects before. I was just having the best time. I was having so much fun. I was loving every second of it. So yeah, it was really good.
And how much sort of, I guess, input do you have for the opening titles? Because I know when like, they tell you the episode's queued up, there is a bear with berries, after the opening credits. Is it kind of thematically tied to the show? Do you have any say in that as a director of the series, or I'm just always so curious how those are put together?
You film different things. So for my episode, I filmed a certain title card, which was really fun, but then didn't end up getting used. So every director who comes onto our show, we very much film under American system where it is the showrunner who has the final say with everything. And every director that comes in, we get to direct our episode. We get to choose all of our things. We get to give in our director's edit, and then you sort of say goodbye to it. And, our showrunner will then take it and re-edit whichever way they want and stuff. So, and that's always been the system. So I did not do the bear with the berries, but it's cool. I liked
It is
it.